Hello, now we're talking to water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What comes out, comes out. This is allegedly. Let's see what's coming down, okay? Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody. Y'all are wonderful in my book. Let's keep going. What's going down with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? What comes out, comes out. And let's just go with the flow, okay? Here we go. What's going down with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? Something about someone was interested in somebody, a teddy bear. Someone is interested in somebody else, and they're flirting and want to go on a date with someone, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. What else? So somebody's sitting teddy bears and flirting with somebody. What else is going on? Something about running. Someone wants to be disappearing, ghosting, and running away. Someone here has pains, afraid condition. Someone is running away because they're having pains, because they're afraid of something. Somebody's afraid of something. What are you afraid of? Why are you running away? And someone is really afraid. What is this person afraid of? The Cupid, have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation, struck by love. Someone is afraid of loving someone. Basically, they're running from love. What else? What else is going on here? Something about needing time to heal. The clock is ticking. Something about apology, forgiveness, and wants to return and say sorry. Someone wants to come and return and say sorry. And time, is ticking. What else? Someone wants to come and apologize. Because they want paradise and they want honeymoon phase. They want to go into paradise with you. And what else about this? So, someone wants to get engaged to you. So, they want to go out on a date. Setting a date. Someone wants to set a date with you. What else? Something is ascending to the next phase. What else? The coffins, new beginnings. Something is tragic ending for new beginnings to start. So something might tragically end. What else is going on? Something was ascending to a tragic ending. Someone wanted to commit to marriage and infidelity. They wanted someone to commit to that. But somebody set their boundaries and they draw the line to it. They're not going to commit to nothing like that. Because someone has unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affectionate attraction, and self-love for somebody. Someone really loves somebody and they had to heal their inner child and they had to release, to get on their path. They had to heal their inner child so they can come up and stop acting the way they were. Because they were being childish. One more card. So, expecting faith to manifest. Someone is hoping and expecting their faith to manifest at this time. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Y'all take these messages with a grain of salt. What comes out, comes out. Okay, what is this situation with someone is interested in you? What's this situation? Someone wants to flirt with you. Give me something about this situation. What else I need about this situation on the board? Something about no sex for me because of all these sex diseases on the streets. So somebody doesn't want to because of all these sex diseases that's on the street. They want to expose your hating a family. See, someone that's trying to come at you wants to expose your hating family. They want to expose all of them. Somebody here is unhappy with themselves right now. Someone could be named Tiffany. Allegedly, names come out allegedly. Someone named Tiffany in the past. Someone says live and learn. They didn't want to live out loud. Now they're learning to live because it's in reverse. It says she thinks that you are Jack A. Somebody thinks you're Jack A. They think this of an earth angel from the past. But someone was an evil Mason in the past, and they were Mason in the past, allegedly. Someone back in July in a blue car in the past. What else? Something about dead body will be found in the river. Somebody's body is going to allegedly be found in a river. Something about 2 weeks, something will happen out of your control. Something about no more worries. God is taking care of all of this. No more worries. Something about relationship and harmony. Archangel Raphael says we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflict are being resolved now. The angel said this conflict and stuff is going to end now. That's just the bottom line. Let's see, what about this body that was going to be found? What's the situation with this body that's going to be found in the river? Cancer-Scorpio-Pisces, somebody you know, or y'all, one of y'all, somebody's body allegedly, not to trigger warning, not to scare you, but a body's going to start, it's finna come out the water. The ancestors said the ancestors is bringing this person back up. So somebody's body is going to resurface. Who's this? What's the deal with this body that's going to resurface? What's the deal with this body that's going to resurface? Okay. See, someone was mind controlled. And this body, somebody was mind controlled on the road by the devil. Somebody was associated. The devil mind controlled this person, this phenomenon on the road. So this person was mind controlled. What happened to this phenomenon on the road? So what happened to this phenomenon? So it's a lady that a body's going to be found. Okay, this person here didn't want to heal. They weren't healing. They were sideways to healing. So what happened to this person though? So they went on the inside and they went to this organization. They did. They went to this organization and they was a caregiver. And they regret this. Somebody regrets. What do they regret this? They regret marrying somebody. It's somebody that got married to somebody, had a wedding or two, and they regret going on the inside to marry this person. What else happened here with this person? Allegedly. Somebody regrets marrying this person, which was the devil, they said. And they dismembered this person, allegedly. Somebody got married to somebody and they dismembered this person in their home. Somebody got dismembered in, this home or something. And they suicide. They had committed suicide in this home. This was a man-made disaster. That's what they're going to say. This is a man-made disaster. And it was all lies. This is going to be all lies. Because what they're doing is making up lies. Who's making up these lies? This is going to be a cover-up. They're trying to make a cover-up to the situation. Something about this mountains. They're making a cover-up about the mountains and the love and a child that is hidden. Something about a child that was hidden. What about this child that was hidden? Something about the jealousy that somebody had, this child had, or somebody had. So they wanted to give a gift. So they was trying to make an accident and put neglect and abuse, and they were running away, and they were accomplice of the crime. And this person was watching to get justice because somebody was a pervert, and these aliens are going to get legal proceedings because of this. So something's going to go legal. What these legal proceedings with these aliens? What's the legal? Okay, because somebody was alive. Something about somebody being alive. What about this person? Because they lied and said somebody was alive. Oh, they lied on somebody, so they were lying. And they were meeting. When they did this, they were having meetings. And they were surveillancing this person the whole time. So they were lying. And they were surveying the person in the desert when they did a burial. And they did it from outer space for these debts. And they drug and poisoned this person that they had an affair with in this motel. And they were dating this person next to the water. This celebrity was on social media. So what about this celebrity on social media? They would have something to do with this. Yeah, they were in the neighborhood. Somebody was on social media in the neighborhood. And they was in their ego. And what else? This celebrity and all them. So they went to a party. They was at Ego, so they went to a party. Don't sound like a Diddy thing, allegedly, no offense, but it sounded like one of them Diddy parties. And somebody was, what happened at this party? Because I know this person married this person that dismembered this person. And something about this body, something's going to fold back up because it was over their life insurance and a money scheme. This was over money and life insurance and what else? And the crimes of passion, because they did a lot of other people. These people done a lot of people. There's a lot of bodies involved in here. It's more than one. And they were making homicides. I can't make it up. Somebody was doing homicides for revenge. When they get mad at you, they get rid of you. And that's what I'm saying, allegedly. If they were mad, upset, you said no, they get rid of you. If you didn't go along, they got rid of you. And they was trying to do revenge on the grandparents. They wanted revenge on someone's grandparents. They did, this person. And this was a couple that wanted revenge on these grandparents. And so they're going to get imprisonment. That's what's going to end up happening to these people that was at the beach at the time. Because they know they was trying to fake their death. That's all. This serial killer was next to be trying to fake their death. And they got trapped. So they're going to get in their own trap. The spouse or partner. And they're missing. They're going to play missing. And they say they traveled. And they were assassinating people. And for greed. So there's somebody that assassinates people next to a wooded area, so you need to be careful. And there was a fire, and something about they got on the boat to do this fire in this cult. There's a cult involved in this whole thing. That's what the secret is. And they want it for power supplies. In other words, chosen earth angels, star seeds, anybody that got gifts or whatever, they using you for a power supply in this family. They want to use you for a power supply. So they would make natural disasters to get rid of you because then they'll make fraud to you. I know about that. This male would make fraud. And they would do this in the tunnel. And they cause D's a lot in the tunnel. They would strangle people allegedly in the tunnel. And then they would clean it up like they didn't do nothing and throw their bodies in the landfill, allegedly. So that's what I'm hearing. But we're going to leave that alone. Let's go to the next. What else about this situation that we need to know? Anything else? Okay, here we go. It says a sister has something to do with this, trying to take you out and take you out. It was a sister that was involved in trying to take this person out. They said it was a sister that was trying to do it. Someone named Brianna, allegedly. I don't know what that is. It says a star was asking for somebody in the past about this person. And then greed can take you out before your time. So then this person got in greed, and they said greed can take you out. They didn't have no patience, this person. They didn't know how to stop lying on people. They were doing it behind people's back and stealing money. So jail time is coming because they were stealing money. And somebody named Jennifer was stealing money too. Someone here was doing was a gang stalking somebody. It's jail's time. They were gang stalking somebody. Someone is going around, and then it was going in people's homes when the doors unlocked and pow and people allegedly trigger warning. Somebody was allegedly. So and then somebody can't get an orgasm. Excuse my French, but trigger warning. This person that was doing this can't get an orgasm. This person had high energy and they were feeling good at the time. Somebody named James, allegedly. Something about 10 to 18 years in jail. Somebody named James is going to get, allegedly, because someone had an STD, trying to give someone an STD in the past. Something about passion, the fire I feel for you, I never felt for anyone else. They will never talk to you again. Yes, they will, because this is going to come out and they're going to want to tell everything. Stop. This person didn't want to stop eating the wrong food in the past either. Someone named Madison, I love the color purple. Somebody need to do a cord cut and ritual need to be done on these people to get them out of your life. See, a child don't like discipline. That's what was wrong. Somebody said sneaky family being prosecuted for bullying someone. Something about a car wreck in the past or present, allegedly, that caused a DEATH. Somebody passed away, electric warning. They won't get their dreams because of this. So somebody was in a car wreck that caused the accident, and they sold their soul to the underworld, these people. Somebody was distressed and having an awakening, and they're awakening to what they done. They won't even give nobody ice cream or they kudos. Someone says 1313 was a spiritual guide or sending you messages that will help you, full understand what's going on. Something about a black American dark-skinned man in the past had something to do with this. They says bullshit need to stop. No, they didn't want to stop because it was in the reverse. They kept on doing it. Someone says someone will wish you to be gone. DIED. They wanted you gone. This person that was dark skinned. Something about the 14th in the past. This was a past life lover of somebody's. Somebody's unsettled times need to plan ahead. Something about Grandma E. as Bradford. My grandma is here with the situation. Somebody named DICK. They says you need God in your life for your love and peace in your life. It says new relationship. No, somebody is not. It's not a new relationship. Someone didn't know how to respect. Someone named Lou. Somebody didn't know how to. Someone named Christopher in the past, allegedly. Something about I need a doctor for mental. This person didn't want a doctor. Somebody in Kansas in the past. Someone was telling a lot of lies and in the past to people's face. Someone named Daisy in the past, allegedly. Someone said there was a scrubber used in someone DEAD body. They was using scrubber. And somebody Daisy was using a scrubber that you know about. Toy Story sex shop. The FBI is watching their little Toy Story sex shop allegedly they had going on. She never loved you because they took you from a hospital when you were born. So get texted. See, they never loved you because they took you from a hospital. See, there's someone named Truman. Something about Truman talk with only older people, allegedly. Step up your security ASAP. Some people need to learn respect. Something is a warrant. Something's hiding in the house, so there's a warrant coming. You are lovable in the past. They didn't know that. Lost my job due to stress. This person didn't lose their job because they wanted you to lose. Somebody says no, but yes. They says, why you stole my new phone? There was a third party in this that stole your phone. Fighting over family and friends and money in the past. Allegedly, they didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to walk away either. Somebody said with a ZD in the name, allegedly. Somebody says, something smells bad because somebody had an STD. Somebody had bad body gas. They was trying to give somebody, but it didn't work. This devil's child, this was devil's child trying to do this. Allegedly. Like, share, and subscribe.